Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be looking at a few of Remi's favorite storytime books, so make sure you stay tuned. Okay, so I get asked the question very often, where do I get my books? What books should I read to my child? How do you get Remi to sit so still? And how did you get Remi to love books? So I'm going to answer all of those questions today, right now. Alright, so I just went to her bookshelf and I grabbed a couple books. Now, just letting you know that when we first started reading, her bookshelf was just one little shelf with just a few books. So just like with everything else, you're gonna start small and then you'll end up with a whole heap of books and you'll end up giving books away. Now, also one of the things that I do is for birthdays, Christmas, anything like that, I always do say to people, you know, if you would like, you can gift a book. They are very expensive, so it's not like, you know, as the gift giver, you don't have to feel like it's a cop-out or anything. I think that a book is a great gift, and also if you really put some time into researching, you know, what the child likes and researching your books, that it can be a very, very thoughtful gift. And for me, when you're giving me a book, please make sure you write in the front of the book just to say, hey, you know who it's from. I really appreciate it. This one is from Lala, Kylie, and Katana. They gave Wonkey Donkey and they forgot to write it Wonkey Donkey, but whatever. Let's move on. So the first time that I read to Remi, actually, let's start with Levi. Levi is a little bit harder to remember. So with Levi, I always have a bedtime routine. Starts at the same time, we do the same things. With children, when you have a routine, they know what's coming next. They know what to expect, and it kind of helps them if they should have any anxiety. It helps them to know, hey, okay, this is what's going to happen now, and they're preparing mentally for it, and they can prepare physically for doing that. So this is why I'm a big advocate for, wow, big word. Wow, stop myself there too hard. And this is why I'm a big advocate for schedules. Can't keep myself. Okay. So I can't remember what I was talking about now. Woo! Alright, anyway. So let me go through a few of the books, some of our favorites. And I did pick out a few local books. So, no, that's not where I reach. Back to Levi. So with Levi, what I would do is I would just sit on the bed and I would read a little story to him. And he was always very engaged. He liked it. I would read 2 to 3 stories with him. And my mom is a librarian. My mom is a librarian at Immaculate Prep. And so we have access to a lot of books because we would also borrow books from the library, or, you know, just for her to like, hey, read this book and find out if it's suitable for me to put in the library, or hey, I have this book at home, I'm just fixing it to put back in the library. The books would kind of pass through Levi. Didn't complain. And mommy would sit down and she would read to Levi. She loves to read. When she reads to her class, she puts on all the voices, she acts it out. If there's anybody watching this show right now who has been in Mrs. Stewart's library class, please drop a comment down below, because I don't think people know the magic of having Mrs. Stewart read a story to you, and it's just really special, and she's very special, and big up my mother.
Swallow a bird. She swallowed the bird to catch the spider. Oh, careful, careful, careful.
Fairy fingers, Levi.
There was an old lady who swallowed a cat.
Alright, so yes, so that was with Levi. He just kind of got into reading, you know, and we continue. So although on my Instagram stories you may see in the night that I'm reading to Remi, what happens is Remi goes, her little programming starts, her schedule starts half an hour early. So while I'm reading to Remi, Sean and Levi are actually in the room. They're doing they're eating fruit and popcorn and watching a little movie, and then Sean will go and read to Levi in the night. And they've been reading Avenger books. Tracey got him for his birthday a subscription to National Geographic. So anything, it doesn't matter what they're reading. It could be a magazine, it could be a book, it could be anything. Just as long as you're reading to your child, it's very important. Not only is this a great bonding moment, but it also helps them to create that love for reading, which will really benefit them in later years when they go to school and they have all of these literature books that they need to read. Alright, have I said enough? No, I've never said enough. Is there lipstick on my teeth? Alright, so moving on, we're going to move to Remi. So I started reading to Remi. It was Mommy that reminded me, and she's like, have you started reading to Remi yet? And I was like, no. Put it off for another week, no. And then finally I said, you know what? Let me start. So what I did was I showed Remi all of her books, and that night when it was reading time, I was like, wow, Rem, look at your bookshelf with all of your books. Let's read a story tonight. And I took a book down and I showed her the cover. I read the cover for her, the illustrator. Very important for you to point out the information on the book, because in later years they'll need to know this information to either rent or to borrow a book from the library. You're welcome, Mom. And then I was able to read 1 or 2 pages to Remi before she's tired. She don't want to hear about no rubber ducky or whatever book I was reading to her. She had enough. Bedtime. Bedtime. Hey, Rabbit, that you hug up? You are my sunshine. Yeah. My only sunshine. See the little boy? He has a teddy bear. Do you have a teddy bear? My only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Look at the little boy. He's hugging up. What's this, a moose? And he has an umbrella. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. We don't reach there yet. Please don't take my sunshine away. The end. Next night though, I grabbed another book and I read to her again. And this time she was like, okay. But after 2 pages, she had enough. And the next night I read to her again. And I was just very, very patient. And you know, sometimes may not be a book that she wants to read, she's not engaged, but she does know now that reading is a part of her bedtime schedule. It also helps her brain to kind of slow down and realize that, okay, it's not all these bright images from the TV or the iPad, you know, but you're still using your brain, you're still using your imagination. But it's time to slow down. It's bedtime, time to wind down. So just stick to it, just start. You may only be able to read the cover of the book to your child one night, and that's okay. The next night you may be able to read the cover and the description page. Oh boy. So you may only be able to read, this is not the chapter page. Boy, mommy is now like, oh, you started off so good. No, you can't remember any of the book is called. You may only be able to read 1 page. That's okay. It's 1 page more than the night before. And just be patient. Just be patient. And soon, the child will be crying, read more book. One of the first books that I started reading to Remi, I'm sure everybody can remember I had to actually hide this book. Okay, here we go. My Very Own Pet. Now, if it's possible, you know, just to kind of give a little skim over of these books. One of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of My Very Own Pet is I just don't think, and because I don't want to be demonetized, and I don't want to, none of these books I have written, so I can't read the books to you. I can just tell you about them, kind of like a review. I can show you the cover and tell you about the author, but I can't read the books to you because it's intellectual property of somebody else. So this is My Very Own Pet, and this is illustrated by Anna Jones. Very cute book, very nice pictures. It's a hard book. But I just think that the grammar was a little bit off. Like I almost thought at first that maybe the author was not an English speaker, a fluent in English speaker. But the pictures are great. Remi loves it, and I had to retire this book because honestly, it was driving me crazy. Had to read it every night. But yeah, just a nice little picture book. It has very few words on it, and then I would build upon the story. So if the picture is of a duck, I'd be like, oh, look what, there's a duck, there's a pond. What do you see? Oh, touch the duck. Okay, nice. What does the duck say? What do you think the duck is going to eat today? And you're kind of engaging your child, them to be like, oh, what's mom saying? Oh yeah, what does that duck eat? Oh, you know, and soon you'll be turning pages. Let's go to a local author. Sandy Tosh and the Moo Cow. This is written by Paula Ann Porter Jones. I'm sure all of you know Paula Ann Porter Jones. She's a radio host and she hosts events as well. She has a beautiful voice. I really like her book, and also what I love about her book is the illustrations. The pictures in the book are really, really nice. I don't see the illustrator. Usually you would have the title of the book, you'd have the author, and you'd also have the illustrator on your cover of the book. And No, anyway, but the illustrations in this book are really, really nice. And I am going to, in the description, I'm going to write out the list of books, the titles, and the authors so that you can look for them. What I will do too is, wow, I don't have much space up here, do I? What I'll do too is for my local books, I'll head over to my local bookstores and just do a little looking around to see what's there. Maybe I'll go every couple of months because, as I said, books aren't cheap, but they are a very good investment for your child's learning and for building your imagination. A book is, yeah, book is worth 1,000 words. Whatever. But so you could just check your local bookstores and see what's in, what's new. There will be some missing books that you've seen me read. What I will say about some of these local authors, if you can, try and see if you're able to go to a bookstore where they will allow you to flick through the book so you can read a couple of pages. Or if you're purchasing online, just see if you can maybe read a few pages. While I encourage everyone to chase their dreams, if you'd like to write a book, that's good for you. However, because you don't need to use a publisher nowadays to publish a book, basically anybody can publish a book, I just find sometimes the grammar is a bit off or the storyline is absolute madness and does not make any sense. I did say, and I've said many times, if you're a local author, I'll purchase your book. I will support you. I do want to support literacy programs. I do support Reading Week in Jamaica. And I do think that reading is very critical in how we learn. But I just find that sometimes some of these books, it's kind of crazy. And because there are no, you can cut out the publishing step. Yeah, it's some of it's not good. Some of it's not good. Anyway, so I'll be missing out a few books on purpose today, just because there are books that I wouldn't really put into reading rotation for Remi because I just don't think they make any sense, and I think the grammar is horrible. And yeah, moving right along. So we have this book here. This is I Am Enough, and I just started reading this one to Remi. I love the pictures, the illustrations are great. This is by Grace Byers, and I believe this is a Caribbean author. I can't remember what they said about her. She's from Cayman. Oh, she's an actor, an activist who stars in the Fox hit series Empire, and I believe didn't she spend a lot of her... I think somebody messaged me and she's like, oh, she's from Cayman, she's from Cayman. It says that she lives in LA, but this book is really nice. The pictures are absolutely fabulous, as you can see, and it's well written, and it's just about like little girls feeling empowered, and I am enough. So I really like this one. Let's put in a Jamaican author, Shelly Fraser Price. So this one has a great storyline as well. I Am a Promise, and oh, this is one of my favorite illustrators, Rachel Moss. I actually need to read up a little on Rachel Moss. You know, I only assume that she's Jamaican because she's illustrated so many of the Jamaican books that I've read to Remi. And what I love about her is she doesn't have like a particular style. Like if I draw a stick figure or a girl for you now, it's going to look the same as if I draw the little boy or if I draw another little girl. They all kind of look the same, like I have a style, you know. Rachel, like, it just surprises me how her style changes, and she really embodies like the characters in the book, and I just love her. I think it's so amazing that she can. All right, I'm gonna show you another one of Rachel. Here she's right here. Rachel Moss drew Timmy the Thimble cup, but I love Rachel. I love Rachel. I love Rachel. I was a promise to my country and to all who have supported me, a promise to myself and to all those who have loved me, a promise to always be the best I can be. So again, empowerment. And we all know that Shelly Ann Fraser Price is a 6-time Jamaican Olympic medal winner. Well, this is great. Proceeds from this book will be donated to her Pocket Rocket Foundation, which provides full academic scholarships for high school student athletes. So when you're buying this book, you know that you're, wow, this is amazing. Okay, I didn't know that. So we have Shelly Ann Fraser Price's book, I Am a Promise. since I held this one up a while ago. This we just got. This is Timmy, the Little Thimble Cup, and this is written by Timothy Spencer and illustrated by Rachel Moss. So this book here, we've only read it once, but I thought it had a really nice little story. Oh, he signed it. Love that. So it had a great little story about, you know, you're special and you do have meaning. Oh, that's past couple of books. Oh, okay, we got, yeah. So, yes, so you can pick up Timmy, the Little Thimble Cup. And I liked it because also my brother's name is Timmy, so I was like, hey. No? Okay. This cool little book, Ricky the Rock That Couldn't Roll. This is written by J. Malsky, and this is New Page Press. So this is a foreign book. And this book is really cool. You know, Ricky, he can't roll because one side of his rock is flat and everybody else is rolling, and they all kind of came together to help Ricky figure out how to roll. So it was a cool little story. It's very cute, and the rocks have names. I think it's a really, really cute little story. Who gave this to Levi? See, when you give me my books, you know, you must write. But the illustrations are really, really cute. Simple but cute. Let us go. This I know. Seeing God in the World He Made. And this is a foreign book. This is written by Clay Anderson. And where did I get this one from? This is, I can't see. Wow, beautiful pictures. Let me just show you one picture here. And what is this book about? Jesus loves me, this I know, for the whole world tells me so. Have you noticed the fingerprints of God in the world around us? The creation tells us about its creator. His beauty is in the trees, his power is in the thunder, his faithfulness is in a puppy dog, his eternity in the night sky. Join a family on an unforgettable road trip. Witness the wonder of God's world and know just how much Jesus loves us. So I should have had Nana on the show. If you flip the book over, usually there's like a blurb on the book, and it will tell you just a little bit about what the story is, because you know sometimes some bookstores won't allow you to read the book, so you can just check out the blurb and see if that's something that a storyline that you would like for your child. I do have a few God-based books here, just because we are God-fearing family, we are Christians, and I just think it's, you know, important that you inject God in your life, you know. Speaking of injecting God in your life, each child has one of these, and this is a great gift. This is actually a great gift to give a friend if you're going to their baby shower, or like not in our first birthday, but this was given to us. Baby sister, read your Bible, pray every day, and you will grow, grow, grow. Lots of love, Cat, Pete, and Baby. So I got this when I was this was Remi's baby shower. I was at the shower. Remi was at the shower too, kinda, but yeah. And what I did was, for Remi's shower, I asked everybody to please bring a book and just write a little dedication in the book to Remi. You know, what more toys? She was a second child, so I had everything basically already, and I just really thought that a book, very, very, very thoughtful, very meaningful. So this is the Beginner's Bible, and this is not a Jamaican book. Timeless Children's Stories, the Beginner's Bible. And they take the stories from the Bible, or they take the Bible and they put the stories with nice colorful little pages, and just kind of make the story a paragraph or two long, just so that it's kind of easy to follow along, and you know, you keep turning the pages so you see the pictures, so the children stay engaged, but yet they're kind of getting a little bit about the Bible. So I think this is a great gift. Bononono's Hair, and I've actually read this at a reading. This is Banyan Books. Young readers will discover how Jamila learns to love her electric, kinetic, bombastic, fantastic, twirly, whirly, curly, fuzzy, snappy, nappy, wavy, crazy Bononono's Hair. And this is by Alexis, I said that, and illustrated by Laura James. And the pictures are great, and do we see, well, published simultaneously in Canada and the UK. Let me see, do I know anything about the author? Yes, she was born and raised in Jamaica and is one of the Caribbean's most celebrated writers. you know, just to, again, I love this, empowering our girls. Where's, did I pick up? The Grumpy Monkey. Grumpy Monkey is a really funny book. I really like this book. This one, I believe, is from Kylie and Katana as well, and they didn't write in the book. Kylie and Katana, godparents, you don't follow instructions. So this is written by Suzanne Lang and it's illustrated by Max Lang. I don't know if that's a husband and wife duo or brother-sister. Suzanne actually produces children's television. This is really cool. Jim the monkey is having a very bad day and it just goes along taking you on Jim's story. We meet, we talks to Jim the pansy is in a terrible mood for no good reason. His friends just can't understand it. How can he be in such a bad mood when it's such a beautiful day? They encourage him to stop punching, to smile, and to do things that make him happy. But Jim can't take all the advice and has a bit of a meltdown. Could it be that he just needs to feel grumpy that day? Definitely recommend Grumpy Monkey, and it's available on Amazon. It is available on Amazon, because after reading Grumpy Monkey a couple of times, I was like, I really like this story. You know, it's okay to feel grumpy, it's okay to have beanie feelings, it's fine. You know, sometimes you read all of these fairy tales and you're like, oh, this is what you're supposed to do and this is what you're supposed to look like and this is how it's supposed to be, and that's not true. So I kind of liked Grumpy Monkey because, you know, it's telling your child it's okay, you can be grumpy, not too grumpy where I have to spank you though. Same. And then because of Grumpy Monkey, Grumpy Monkey gets up into all kind of action. I have not read this one yet. Grumpy Monkey Up All Night. I just got this one 2 days ago. Grumpy Monkey Oh No Christmas. I haven't read that one yet. Grumpy Monkey Party Time. I think I started to read Party Time. I'm interested to go through the Grumpy Monkey series because sometimes when you start getting into a series, it's not as good as the first, or it starts to get boring, or it's not as exciting. So I'm definitely interested. You know, let me leave Grumpy Monkey Party Time out and read that to Remi later. But I definitely recommend Grumpy Monkey, the original, the red cover one. Love it. One of the first books that I read to Remi, and I actually would just leave it in her crib when I was going, like I needed to shower quickly or I needed to do something really quickly, and you know, I wanted to keep her engaged in her crib. I would sometimes leave her with a hardcover book that if she did chew on it, it wasn't the worst thing in the world. I don't encourage that though. So this little book is called You Are My Sunshine. It's nice and shiny, and this is by Caroline Church. And it just has some cute little pictures. You know, babies like to look at faces. That's why they love dollies so much. They like to look at faces. So this book has a lot of pictures of faces, lots of easy reading, easy words. This could probably be a very good start out story, and you can sing along, you know, and then just throughout the day, you are my sunshine. And then they're like, oh, that's familiar. And then you come again nighttime and you read the book again and you sing the song. Just make it interesting, you know. And I would leave this in Remi's little crib with her so she could read it herself. It's a scholastic book. Let's go to a local author. Ooh! This one is in heavy rotation in my house. This one is My Hair Story by Jamaican author Cecile Charlton. Does that name sound familiar to you? Well, Cecile is Cecile, the artist, and she wrote a story. So Cecile has a daughter, Nana. You know, so I don't even know Nana's real name. And you just, sometimes, you know, you'll see where Nana has her hair, she does gymnastics. So you'll see Nana with her hair combed up, you'll see Nana in her bandeau, Nana with her hair in some up, some down, whatever you call it, hairstyles. And this book is dedicated to Nana and to all our beautiful daughters. May they learn to love themselves. May we, the parents, guide and teach, not just by our words, but by our actions. And it's really helping little girls to know that, you know, this is your hair story, this is your hair. You need to love yourself, you need to love your hair and everything about you. My Hair Story was written to encourage our little girls to see the value of being themselves, appreciating their individual beauty and embracing their authentic self, starting with their hair. They are never too young to learn self-love. That message is so important. Thank you so much, Cecile. I really love this little book. And I got this at a Jamaican bookstore, and I actually bought I think 4 or 5 of these. I gave a few away, and I put one in, I gave it to Mom to put in the Immaculate Library because I do think it has a very important lesson with great pictures and a really good story. So, and every time, I know, okay, so simply this, the first thing I run to see, you know, I look at Nana on the bed and I say, wake up Nana, good morning. Wow, Nana has her hair combed in 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow, and look at her room. So nice. Do you like the room, Remi? What colors do you see? And just engage, you know. And put on all of the crazy voices. You have to go up really high and also go low. Yes, the crazier you sound, the better. All right, here we go. Love this book. This is one of my favorite books. The Wonkey Donkey. This is a scholastic book, yes, and this is words by Craig Smith. And it really, you can download the song? There's a song. I'm gonna download the song. Just a very silly little book, but you know, the sillier you are, is the better the book is. It's just talking about the donkey and what the donkey have on and what the donkey do, and the illustrations are great. It's a really fun little book. Now, if you know that you are not as excitable and you know you just want to read the book, this may not be the book for you. You have to be crazy to read Wonkey Donkey and for the donkey to really be wonky. If you're one of those crazy Wonkey Donkey people, Wonkey Donkey also had a child, Dinky Donkey. Now, this is one of those examples where the grammar is kind of off, but we're gonna ignore it because it's one of those crazy little books. So the line is, Wonkey Donkey had a child. It was a little girl. In this book, Wonkey Donkey was a male, first of all, right? But it wouldn't have a child. What is a burro? What is a burro baby? The donkey baby is called a what?
A few moments later.
It was a little girl? No, it was a female. Anyway, you kind of have to work through that. And then why it really annoys me is because at the beginning of each page it repeats that, because it's a repeating book that just kind of adds on. So, but yeah. And then Craig Smith goes on again to write Willbee the Bumblebee, which this one is actually a really nice little story. Willbee the Bumblebee needs some help. A catchy rhyme with, okay, this has nothing to do with Wonkey Donkey. So the bumblebee is traveling around, getting nectar, and the little jersey that he has on ravels out and he needs to get some help. Very cute book. So if you're not as excitable for Wonkey Donkey, then you can get Willbee the Bumblebee. Jamaican book now. This is by Tracey McNair, and this is called Suck Finger Pickney. This is from Lala, Kylie, and Katana. Kylie used to suck her finger so much that she got a lisp. So Kylie actually was the one who inspired the writing of this book. Who are Jamaica's national heroes? Ricky? Hello? Ricky? Are you with us today, Ricky? Or have the aliens from Planet of the Suckers come for you again? Ricky loved to suck. He sucked at school, he sucked on the bus, he sucked at the beach, he sucked at church, he sucked while watching TV, he sucked in his sleep.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, first of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
That is the opening paragraph of the book. So I kind of was like, whoa, hold on a second, hold on. Where is this going to? I'm reading this to a young child. I didn't really like that as the opening paragraph. While it's attention grabbing, it kind of made me wonder where are we going with this. But it does talk about, you know, sucking finger, which right now during Corona, you shouldn't be sucking your finger, putting your hands in your mouth. We didn't get too far in this book. We read a couple of pages, but I guess it will tell you about going to the dentist. It will tell you about why sucking your finger is bad. Studies shows that thumb-sucking children are seen as less attractive and not as likable as their non-sucking peers. This can negatively affect a child's confidence. So it has some little information there. Wow, okay, all right. Okay. This book is a must-read for all parents who are concerned and want to get rid of that harmful oral habit, says Dr. Beck, who is an orthodontist. So Tracey, all right, let's move on. Oh, I remember I ordered this. So, Under the Mango Tree, written by Valdene Mark. This is a Caribbean author. So somebody had tagged me in this, and I ordered it online, and I had to wait about a month for it. And when it came, I was like, oh, this is a great little book. Valdene Mark is a Venetian writer. Okay, so she's from the Caribbean. And the illustrator, Sawyer Cloud, is a freelance illustrator, fashion designer, and author. And Sawyer lives in Madagascar. Okay. All right. The illustrations are great. The story is great. It's about two little best friends. For my friend Bernice, and childhood memories I'll never forget. Aww. Great little story. It was really, really cute. And I love the illustrations. Look what happened in shipping. My book got damaged. I do recommend this one. And was it on Amazon or did I go to their website? I think if you go to their website, yeah, just type in the book. Got this one online. Remi recently got this book. This is a great book. It's a little old for her. She wanted kind of, you know, like, I think this is a chapter book. Ian Takes Flights, and this is written by Jamaican author Richard Nattoo. So, to Levi, keep your magic alive. It doesn't have chapters, no. It's just a very long story. The pictures, oh my goodness. The pictures are fabulous. Really artistic. Look at that. Not your normal, like, you know, picture book pictures. This is really, really artistic. Very imaginative, and it's about a little boy. And when was the last? I haven't read this in a while. Let me see. Where can I find it? Woo! There he is. There is the author and the illustrator there. There's no greater joy for young Ian than spending the holidays at his grandmother's rural Caribbean home. He always enjoys nature and the company of plant and animal friends, but this time he meets a new companion who shows him a magnificent place of adventure and abundant beauty. With thoughtfulness and courage, Ian shines bright like a star as he explores a hidden world of limitless imagination. This is a summer that will stay with Ian for the rest of his life. This was such a good little story. I actually need to ask Sean to read this to Levi. Just because the book was a little longer, I had to break it up a few nights, and Remi, actually I don't really think Remi minded, but anyway, love this book, love the pictures. The pictures are fabulous. Okay, Olivia edited the book. Olivia is not the, okay, sorry. Richard wrote and illustrated the book. See, look at this again. Under the tree, they go to a magical place. So this is imagination. You know, when you're a child and you just play for hours on end outside, and you're playing in the rocket ship, and you're playing in the this, and then you jump over onto the this and the that. So nice. Richard, I love this book. Richard Nattoo. I love the book, I love the story, and I love the pictures. Big up yourself, can write and can draw. One of the first little books that I would read to Levi, he loves this book, was The Little Blue Truck. Now, strange enough, I don't know what happened to my Little Blue Truck book. I don't know if Nana maybe did this. But there's a page that's taped down, and it's always been like this. And it's taped with like proper thick tape. I don't know why Nana did this. I've always been meaning to ask her. I don't know what is on that page. I don't know if maybe the grammar is like, or she just doesn't like the beginning of how the story was told, but my story just always started on the second page. Nana just taped it up. So, but anyway, so this is A Little Blue Truck by Alice Schertle. A Little Blue Truck goes off into other Little Blue Truck books. Little Blue Truck at Christmas time, Little Blue Truck leads the way, Little Blue Truck gets into all kind of mischief. And this is a very simple, easy picture book. Again, you just kind of have to engage. Little Blue Truck came down the road. Beep, said Blue to the big green toad. Toad said croak and winked an eye when Little Blue Truck went rolling by. And you can say, oh, what do you see on the picture? Do you see the toad? How many toads do you see? Oh my goodness, look at the truck. What color is the truck? You get the idea. You can always check me out over on my Instagram. My handle is Jody Jinx. I read stories in the night to Remi. You can, request a book. Which book would you like me to read? And I'm so bad at showing the pictures though. So you just have to listen. So this is, Remi also likes this book too. And she likes to do the toad at the end. This book is Adventures of Xola and Sage, Women in Aviation. And this is written by Kyana. And she's from the Caribbean. Where was she from? About the author. My name is I don't want to pronounce nobody's name wrong, Kyana Bubb. And I am from the beautiful island of Grenada. I became an air traffic controller at my local airport. Okay, so she's it's a very cute little story, and the two little girls here, Sage and Xola, they go to, their uncle takes them to the airport and they get to see women having roles in aviation, and it's not just, the guys having the roles, it's women, and they feel all empowered. So I like all these women empowerment books, little girls knowing that I can be anything I want to be. All right, as a parent, I just think that you have to have an Eric Carle book, The Very Busy Spider. No, Eric Carle has a few books out. He also has something about the brown bear. And he said the brown bear hangs over to the white cat, hangs over to the purple dog or whatever. The illustrations are nice, and the stories are really cool too. This one here is about the spider, and the spider just a billion web. This is an easy read as well with great pictures. It's very fancy. The pages are doubled over. Very, very fancy. Look at that. Oh, yeah. The Very Busy Spider. I like Eric Carle. He's a great author. Nice little children's stories. Easy to read, great pictures. I cuss all the time and I say if I read this book one more time, I'm going to go crazy. But I have to read it every night because it is requested. Has anyone seen Dara's smile to the point where when I read that, my daughter knows who the author is? So the author is Kamille Jackson, Jamaican author Kamille Jackson, and this is illustrated by Rachel Moss. Look at her style of drawing here. Completely different from Shelley Ann Fraser, completely different from what other book did she do. So you see, that's what I was talking about. Like I think it's so interesting to look and see the different styles of Rachel Moss, and she's illustrated so many of the books that we read, or Jamaican books that we read. So 3-year-old Dara is in a terrible mood when her tower of blocks comes tumbling down. She's pouting, frowning, and crying. There's absolutely no trace of her smile anywhere. The story tells of efforts to calm down a devastated Dara and to locate the missing smile. They search high, they search low, going to and fro. But I wonder, where will they find Dara's smile? Oh, they have a little bit about the illustrator here. Rachel is a visual storyteller that has a love for bright colors and vibrant energy of the Caribbean. Rachel was born in Jamaica and she studied animation in England. Rachel now lives in Jamaica, so one day I might even book her up. She's illustrated other Caribbean books such as Abigail's Glorious Hair. I think I have that book too. Milo and Myrna Learn Manners with Mr. Mongoose. That does sound familiar. And The Happiness Dress, I don't have that. Rachel Prince in Her Spirit. Okay, Rachel, big up your nice skin self. Kamille is a lover of buildings, photography, poetry, and traveling. Has anyone seen Dara's smile? And I was just about to say the pictures in this book are great, but we already know that because Rachel Moss did them. And they just kind of search for Dara's smile, kind of distracting her from, her just having a bad day. They're distracting her. Let's go and look for her smile here. Let's go and look for her smile there until she gets engaged and she's looking for the smile as well. Dr. Seuss books, well, not all of them. I cannot remember which books were the ones that caused a bit of controversy a few months ago. I can't remember. And I don't think the ones that I have on the shelf are they. But I love Green Eggs and Ham. Nice reading book, easy to read. Of course, if you are crazy, it will be, better. So this is one of the beginner books. I can read it by myself. The other day when cousin Sarah was over, she's in grade 3. Sarah was reading to both Levi and Remi, and she is such a good reader. And I think that's because she practiced. So she was reading to Levi and Remi, and I kind of think because this is a rhyming book, and well, I read it very quickly. I think it's a difficult book to read, and she did so well. Alright, it's not a difficult book to read. It's a difficult book if you read it the way that I read it, which is crazy, crazy lady with a touch of psycho, with a touch of rhyming, with a touch of Dr. Seuss. I think Dr. Seuss would be so proud of me. Alright, and the last book, I've spoken about this book before. I think this book is such a beautiful book. It's actually made me tear up a couple times. When I first started reading it, when Remi was just about to go to school, it just gave me all kinds of feels. I would recommend this book as a baby shower gift. I would recommend this book as, like, it's so nice. It's called When I Pray For You, and this is by Matthew Paul Turner, and this is illustrated by Kimberley Barnes. When I Pray For You. This book is so beautiful. From the moment I saw you, I started to pray. Big prayers and small ones I've sent God's way. With lyricism, whimsy, and heartfelt emotion, Matthew Paul Turner reveals the tender feelings connected with watching a beloved child grow and experience the world. Oh, and the other book, When God Made You, I have that one too. When God Made Light. Oh, I'm gonna get that one as well. And I got this on sorry, no. Hi baby sister, Auntie Sam, can't wait to meet you. You are going to be just as amazing as Daddy, Mommy, and Levi. Love from Auntie Sam. So this was a present from my friend Samantha for Remi's baby shower. And Sam, this book is a winner. And as a matter of fact, I actually have a second brand new copy right over there somewhere, just in case I need to give a gift or I get invited to a baby shower, or I don't know. I felt like I needed to have one of these books on hand and ready because it was such a cute little book. Those are all the books for today. I'm going to write down the authors and the titles in the caption, in the description below, so that you can check out any one of these books. I hope that I was able to answer some of the questions that I get asked so often about Remi's bedtime routine and her stories. These are some of the books in rotation, heavy rotation. One book you have to read every night. I'm sure y'all know Dara by now. So please guys, make sure you drop a like, make sure you're subscribed, and tell me down in the comments which book was your favorite. Have you heard me read it? Which book would you like me to read again? And then head on over to my Instagram and check out the Stories at Night, where I read Remi her stories. Thanks guys for joining me, and I will see you next week. Bye!